You have no shame. I'm not talking about it anymore.
No, not anymore.
I saw that red live go on there. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, that's the red line we tell. I'm just saying. Oh my God, that's
well. You know what they say. You know what they say about red, right?
The conversations we have off of the camera compared to on the camera are totally different. We would get. We would get what?
If you can walk through mud, you can fuck through blood.
Wow, canceled. Okay.
I don't fucking care.
Wow.
Well, there's that.
Wow. Let's go ahead and let's do.
So who's gonna go live on TikTok? Because I'm not.
I'm not doing that.
No.
Fuck it. Fuck it. TikTok can kiss my ass tonight.
Sorry.
So I got the coolest new pattern to crochet. I have to tell you guys about this. For my grandson, and then I'm gonna make one for the baby.
Hello.
Oh, it's cute. Oh, we have people.
We have peeps.
Oh, Selena's here. I like her.
Greetings and salutations.
I had a lot of fun talking with her last week. So. Oh, hey, I can see. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's right, Vilma. You put on your glasses and you can see.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Now that I don't know if that would be sexy or weird if that was happening.
Just spilt hot wax. I have no idea.
Wax play. Ooh, sorry. Oops. Wrong conversation. Never mind.
Wow.
Well, they do have those wax candles I've been seeing on TikTok. About they look like flowers.
If it isn't a low temp wax, then it does. If it isn't low temp wax,
it's low temp wax. It's
then it's not fun.
Yeah, it is. Especially when your ass is sunburnt.
Well, don't use hot wax.
I'm sunburnt all over. I can't use wax right now. You bet it was the food talk. Yeah. You go ahead and think that. Any hoozle toaster strudel.
Who's making who a toaster strudel?
That sounds really good right now.
What, getting made?
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 4HP for fuck's sake.
Food talk. Sorry.
What are we sticking in?
Remember the name next time.
I don't fucking know anymore.
You missed me for the whole last week. It's fine.
What's the difference between hungry and horny? Where you put the cucumber?
Ew, gross. I don't like cucumbers.
My wife buys cucumbers.
Raise your horns into the air. There is plenty here to share. All are welcome, take a chair and sing a song loud and strong. Men of war and men of care, maidens fierce and maidens fair. Raise your horns into the air and sing.
It's my new Yeti.
Oh, we're starting. Sorry.
Good, you got it? Did you get it? Is everything all right?
Fucking lush.
Jesus, fuck. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 4HP, 4 Heathens Podcast. I'm Bones. This is Bomber, and we got Amira. Unfortunately, Pit Boss is absent today. Hopefully, everything's okay. We will find out. Make sure, if you guys know Pit Boss, check on him. Make sure he's doing good. Other than that, today we're going to talk about a couple things. One is I got something I'm going to get off my chest.
Your boobs?
Oh, you're finally getting rid of those man boobs, huh?
Oh, wait. Are we waxing you? You're probably getting rid of all the chest hair?
I'm just gonna do a strip down the middle, make it big eye.
Oh my.
Make sure the arrow doesn't point down. We don't want to deceive anybody if there's anything worth going
No,
after.
if it's an arrow pointing down, it's gonna say right underneath that, "Bring your microscope."
And tweezers.
No, you can't even use tweezers to get to it. Sorry. Been satisfying women since 1979.
Okay, George Thorogood. Jesus.
I got something that I want to talk about. Then we got a couple other things to talk about. I'm pretty sure we have Am I the Asshole this week.
Always.
And now, let's get to it. Let's talk about one thing.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna hold off on my little part real quick because I don't want to start off that way. I really don't want to start off that way.
Are you sure?
Yes. Trust me, I
Very
don't
much
want to.
so.
But we can start off with a little something that is near and dear to Amira's heart,
Oh,
and probably Bomber's heart too. I don't know. But we're gonna talk about Star Wars. No, they're lesbians, not.
No.
Yeah, they don't.
I haven't watched the new
I mean, they probably do the,
dude, spit on that thing.
but okay. So everybody just saw that, and so everybody that knows that person has been watching that. That is the greatest person of 2024. Has brought everybody together, whether they agree with it or not. They've all had the general consensus of yes, please, and then the burrito girl that apparently just on a burrito as well. So, congratulations to you two. Glad you went viral. Hopefully you hawk two and spit on that thing and enjoy yourself. Is whatever it is.
Ew.
Now, Star Wars has come out with a new series that not everybody is on board with, especially the true Star Wars fans.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm
not going
excited to watch it. I want to.
You want to watch the
No,
lesbian
no.
space witches?
Yeah, I'll watch Lesbian Space Witches.
You're watching the wrong Star Wars, brother.
Oh, damn it.
No. So what's it
That
called?
was Star Whores. Oh, never mind.
The acolyte.
Yeah, the Acolyte. So I don't know anything about this show. What I have known is that people have had talk to your uncle. No, I have not. I know people have been talking about this back and forth. Some people agree, some people don't. A lot of people that are true Star Wars fans, which is the person underneath me and Bomber, have very adamantly shared their disgust with the show that is the Acolyte. Apparently they're going off the rails on everything. Nothing has to do with what's going on or has been going on ever in Star Wars. I don't even know what the timeline is or nothing. So I'm going to look at that right now and see.
You're gonna know more about it than I will. Then.
This is the first time I'm looking at it.
The one thing that I can say without even having to look anything up, they do know. I mean, and I can consider myself a Star Wars fan. Okay. They do know other things happen in the universe besides what we've seen. Like, there's other creatures and civilizations like doing stuff at the same time.
So this show has gotten, and I just Googled the show. The Acolyte TV series on Wikipedia.
Oh God, you went.
No.
Face was killing me, by the way.
I just did Google, and I'm just pulling up what it says. Also known as Star Wars, The Acolyte is an American science fiction created series by this person for streaming service, blah, blah, blah. The reviews are as follows. You know what? Might as
He's
well
gonna
just-
share the page.
Might as well.
Sharing
just
is
show
caring.
people. There's your review. This is the official Google review of
Whoa.
the Acolyte. It has a 13,000 ratings, over 13,000 ratings. It's at a 1.5. Lock 2 in a row for you landing is right.
That was it.
So as a longtime Star Wars fan, I'm excited and cautious. When the Acolyte was announced, the series promised a unique perspective on the galaxy far, far away, focusing on the darker side of the Force. Okay, I don't know what the hell this little fucking shit is.
It's Google thinking.
It can think somewhere else.
Thank God he cleared his browser history.
That we know
I
of.
watched it on my phone. I watched it on my phone, not on my computer. Fucking private mode's a thing on your phone, bro. So basically,
Go up to where it says more.
yeah,
Audience
okay,
reviews. Click on that.
cool. We'll just let that think for an hour, and we'll come back to it because it's gonna sit
Sweet
there.
Jesus. What is
Hey,
that on? Is that IMDb?
No, that was just on Google. That was from Wikipedia. Like, it's so weird. It'll let me scroll and everything else, but it won't let me click on anything because whatever. But anyway, you guys, if you're a Star Wars fan, give us your thoughts, your concerns, your issues, whatever with the
Doing
actual.
the same shit to me.
I got it. It's fine.
So I'm gonna go to Wikipedia. Let's see. The Acolyte, Star Wars Acolyte, is an American science fiction television series created by Leslie Headland for streaming service Disney Plus. It is part of the Star Wars franchise, set at the end of the High Republic era before the events of the Skywalker saga. So basically, it's part of the in between, and follows
part of
a
when-
Jedi
part of when
investigation
the
to a series of crimes.
Rogue thing. Rogue One. That's probably about the time frame.
Probably.
Sorry, brain.
Stop it. Stop it now.
What?
Fanta docs. We'll get into it later.
No, I need to know now.
All right. Selena believes that the show, like Ancient Aliens,
Yes.
okay, is a fantasy, wait for it, documentary.
Okay. I would have said bullshit like 10 years ago.
That would be a movie.
What, a documentary is a movie?
No, a fantasy documentary.
Oh, fair. Okay. Yeah.
It was a drunk night on live one night, and she was saying that she was watching fantasy documentaries. I was like, what? My brain just shut off.
So somehow, from what I heard, they brought back Papa Palpatine.
Ew.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. For me personally, I don't, to me, it's one of those things that I don't give a shit. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I like Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. I grew up on it and everything like that, and I've had all the toys and all the bullshit. But I'm not so much of a fan that I'm over there like, working my lightsaber to Luke Skywalker. Just saying.
I have a lightsaber tattoo.
I don't want to
Never mind.
know. You've probably 3D printed some really weird shit.
No.
A dick saber just.
I just can't even.
In my defense, it made perfect sense at the time, and I was deep in the lemonade. Okay, so
I mean, I'll watch it. To
watch it and give it a chance, I understand that, but the true Star Wars fans that are bitching about it and haven't even tried to watch it yet.
Well, and
But at the same time, I see them not. If they watch it, then that means they support it.
Well, and here's like I was saying, that they do know that other things happened before Luke Skywalker, right?
Yes.
and
there's things that happened after Luke Skywalker too.
yeah, and
There's
wow,
dozens and dozens of books.
and there's also a ton of things that happened during Luke Skywalker that we have no idea has happened.
You know, it sounds like there's a big galaxy out there and people need to explore it.
Right. And I
I don't
the
care.
perfect word, galaxy.
Yeah, and I don't care if they do the LGBT bullshit with whatever they do it with. If they want to make a show where you have people that are of that community of that are gay in nature, and people have a problem with that, especially
And having
Star
fun
Wars,
with their
especially
lightsabers.
Star Wars
I mean-
people. I mean, fuck, half the Star Wars people now are just. I get the purist bitching. I get that 100%. I understand that. But the only reason and the only way that you can bitch about the franchise in that capacity, in my opinion, is you better have read every motherfucking book of Star Wars that's out there.
Right.
Because I'm sure there's probably something in those books that the people that wrote the fucking books that have, all that bullshit, I'm pretty sure there's some shit you don't agree with. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, and I could. The only time that I honestly, I mean, I'm not like one of these guys that sits in his mom's basement and has a fleshlight lightsaber.
why you calling me out, bro?
Yeah, at the foo shits. But
You know what? If the tackle box shits, I guess that means it's true.
but I mean, the only time that I would honestly probably get a little irritated is that, like, yeah, all of a sudden they came out with a movie that basically destroys all of like what's already been out there. This is a completely different story about different things happening before anything else. I don't get it. Whatever.
I got the review up that we were started with, by the way.
Okay.
The series promised a unique perspective on the galaxy far, far away thing. Yeah. One of the most remarkable aspects of The Acolyte is its willingness to step away from the well-trodden paths of the Skywalker saga.
Yeah,
I already
that's what
disagree with that.
People are pissed about. That's what they're pissed about.
But it isn't just that from the read of this. By setting the story during the final days of the High Republic, the series provides a fascinating glimpse into a different era with new characters and narratives that enrich the lore without relying on nostalgia. Okay, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
For fans who are quick to criticize but still find themselves tuning in, The Acolyte serves as a reminder of the importance of experiencing a story before forming the final opinion. Just as one wouldn't write a review of a novel without reading it first, it's essential to give this series a genuine chance. The Acolyte challenges us to look beyond our expectations and appreciate the innovative storytelling that continues to keep the Star Wars franchise alive and thriving.
Okay, fair.
It just says it stands out as a bold and refreshing addition. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of Star Wars, showing that there are still countless stories to be told and new perspectives to be explored.
Mm-hmm.
So to my fellow fans, I urge you to watch The Acolyte with an open mind and heart. It just might surprise you and remind you why you fell in love. Okay, now that's reasonable to me because I didn't think I was going to like Rogue One, and I loved Rogue One. Loved it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing.
Wait a minute, aren't
it's
you
the
the
same-
same person that hasn't seen like the other series of Star Wars?
I have not watched The Mandalorian or Ashoka.
Why are we talking to you again?
Well, and here's the thing
Just
is
kidding,
that like it's the same thing as I'm surprised people aren't pissed about, the Star Wars, the couple of Star Wars video games that came out just recently.
Well, I don't fuck with those.
With the oh my god, what the fuck is his name? Cal or something.
That guy in that time in that place?
Yeah.
The only thing I know about video games right now is that I just got Hogwarts Legacy for my Nintendo Switch, and I played that for the 2 hours before I came here. Shut up, Bones. Shut up. I got it for $30.
Jedi Survivor. And
I
Jedi
guess that's the
Survivor
perks of dating
or Fallen
somebody
Order.
like
and stuff like that, because it
younger.
those games like go off
What?
of the Luke Skywalker storyline and.
Well, yeah.
Okay, hold on. For one, it's the franchise is not about Luke Skywalker. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
But that's
if you really want to get into it, the franchise is about Anakin Skywalker. It started with him. That would be the franchise. Okay.
Actually, if you really want to get into it, it goes back to even before that.
I was about to say that. Number 2, honestly, there's a big open world there that you can mess with anything. Now, I can't understand why, because you had one lovable character that you killed off, and everybody's a purist about Luke Skywalker. I don't give a shit about Luke Skywalker.
He wasn't my main character. Not for all the years I've been watching it. He wasn't the one I gave a fuck about.
If you really want to get into it, if you really want to take it all the way, the OG is 3PO. He's been through it all.
True. But but he was built by Anakin, though. Anakin built him. So if you really want to get pure and you really want to take it back, you go back to Yoda, because Yoda was older than everybody.
Yoda. Why Yoda, Yoda.
Yoda was older than everyone, because when he died in Return of the Jedi, whatever one it was, I don't remember off the top of my head right now. Oh, fuck you. But when he dies, he was like, when 900 years old you are, I mean, the man was 900 years old, or the thing, whatever the fuck. He was almost 1,000 years old. He literally was almost 1,000 years old. You really want to go back to where it all started? You go look at Yoda's origin story.
Yeah, no, we don't need another fucking Grogu. We don't.
And Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord.
Right. And the Wookiees used to be really awful people or things, so it's fine. So
Jar Jar's a Sith Lord.
That's a fan
Jar
theory.
Jar is a Sith Lord. He's the original undercover cop, dude.
He's the Dark Emperor.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's like, so that's the fan theory about the first two movies.
No. They want Jar Jar to be a fucking Sith Lord just so they can kill him off. But I want to make Jar Jar the most unkillable Sith Lord ever. He's just the Wile E. Coyote of Star Wars. He tries everything and fails, but he never stops coming back and never stops fucking annoying you. He is the Jedi Order's fucking main nemesis is Jar Jar Binks. That would be
and it all comes down to one particular scene in the second or third, where basically
the Senate,
where he's the one representing Naboo in the Senate when she's off, and he basically is the deciding vote to start the Clone Wars.
Misa think you full of shit.
And that's where everybody takes the whole he's like the underground pulling the strings.
He was the hush Sith Lord because he was buried up Palpatine's ass because he was
I would root for that motherfucker all day long.
I just want to see him I just want to see him maul like Darth Mauled out, like red and black.
Oh my god!
And spikes.
I just want to see him go from Misa Jar Jar Binks to Misa Jar Jar Binks. Bitch.
Did you see that? I think I sent it to all three of you, or I sent it to just Bones.
What?
A guy built. So we're talking Star Wars still. So like Leia's helmet, where she's Bosch, the one that I have. This guy built full-size Lego bodies for the helmets, and then for ones that he chose to build that didn't have helmets, he freestyled them. You could get a Jar Jar Binks like that in red and black, I bet you. You could freestyle that shit.
I want to see Bomber 3D print a Darth Jar Jar mask. That would be great. Just Jar Jar looking mean. You just paint it all up, and he looks like a fucking just evil prick. That'd be great.
If you print it in gray, I can go and get it painted because I can get Tacklebox's mom to do it.
I might be able to do it.
Speaking of 3D printing, I don't have a box yet. Why?
Yeah, I know. I've been it's coming. It's still sitting right here.
So
Anyway, any hoozle.
Yeah, that's Star Wars. We can get back into Star Wars.
That's dangerous territory.
No, what's dangerous territory is what I'm about to talk about. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Wait. Trigger warning. Just be prepared. This ain't gonna be pretty. Bomber and I haven't heard it, but if you are triggered by
This
strong
is not
parental feelings,
yeah.
fair warning.
So my daughter, who I love with everything in me,
Age?
12.
Thank you.
And of course, I'll let everybody know my son's 11. So my daughter and my son were with my mother. And at some point, it came up that my daughter has a girlfriend.
Okay.
Now, you know your mother, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you said your mom's a lot like mine.
Yep.
You kind of get where I'm going with this? This bitch
Oh God, that's
had
all you
the
had to say.
audacity to tell my daughter that that's wrong, that's not natural, that God doesn't like that.
Which one?
My mom told my daughter.
No, which God?
Right,
hers.
pick one.
Hers.
Oh, her God. Oh,
Jesus, Yahweh, Allah, whatever the fuck you want to say. I don't care.
Gotcha.
I don't care what you believe. I don't care how you believe. But she decided to tell my daughter that's wrong, and then continued to bitch at her pretty much for the most part of the whole time she was over at my mom's house.
First thing I want to say is I am so sorry for your daughter having to endure that and the narrow-mindedness and the hateful bullshit your mom spewed.
Well, I mean, let me put it this way. And Bomber's going to probably laugh his ass off about this. She's an avid Trump supporter. So I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what God you believe in. I don't care if you believe it's right or wrong. You are the grandparent of a grandchild. Your only job is to love them unconditionally. That's it.
Yep, I agree.
Nothing more, nothing less. And if you are telling your fucking kids that it's wrong and it's unnatural, go fuck yourself. Go
Here's
jump
my
off
thing.
a cliff into a pit of fire full of fucking spikes and let a bomb go off in that, because you know what? When it comes down to it, you are the biggest piece of fucking shit I have ever met in my motherfucking life. Hello, Pit Boss. How are you, brother?
So real quick, I gotta, because I saw Bomber's face, and I'm gonna say this. I'm not going to, my statement's gonna sound funky. I am not agreeing with Bones saying the Trump thing is the reason.
No. I'm not saying that's the reason.
No,
Okay,
it's not the reason.
But I have personally noticed, I'm going to put it that way. I have personally noticed that it seems like, and if there's anybody in here listening that's female, I apologize in advance. This is not directed at you. This is a generalized statement. I have noticed that women over the age of, say, 30 that are staunch Trump supporters, it seems like when they start talking, they use his platform and his rhetoric as a reason to get away with saying nasty, hurtful shit. And they cloak it by being, well, Trump this and Trump that. Now, if you're a Trump supporter, that is your business. I am okay with that. If you are somebody who uses someone else's ideology and platform to spew hate and bullshit and hurtful nonsense, and that's what you hide behind, you can eat a bag full of severed dick tips. That's all I'm going to say.
I think I have one of those around here
What?
Because my mother is the same way. My mother's the exact same way. She is just like your mom in that aspect, that she's this born again Catholic who goes to church every Sunday and whatever. Yeah, I know. And
this
all
bitch don't even go to church.
My mother does. She goes to church. She's just born again Catholic. She's righteous. She's pious, but she drinks. She smokes more weed than she smokes more weed, I think, than Tacklebox does.
Catholics can do that too.
And she sits in judgment on her fucking throne because she's on the right hand of God, and
Catholics
she knows what's best for everybody.
Yeah, Catholics can do that.
I know. I was raised that way, and as you can
walk in
plainly
and go,
see,
hey, this is what I did, and the priest goes, you're fine.
And as you can plainly see, I am obviously not a practicing Catholic.
Right. No, this bitch decided to tell my daughter that it's wrong, it's unnatural, that she should not be doing that. And I proceeded to, as she was wearing her Trump 2024 hat, you're welcome, Bomber. I'm not kidding. She was wearing one, bro. She came in my house. I walked her outside and I said, did you tell my daughter that her having a girlfriend is wrong? And she goes, yes, I did. She didn't even deny it. She didn't try to say, oh, well, I tried to, show her this, that, or the other. No, she just straight up said, yeah, I did. Like smug, arrogant, cocky bitch sat there and told me that, yeah, she did. And I was like, why? Because it's not right. It's not natural. I said, bitch, this is not the 1940s, 50s, or 60s or any of that bullshit. This is this is 2024. And at this point, you are still doing what you're doing from back in the fucking day. I get it. You don't like any kind of sexual contact. I understand that. For all I know, you boinked twice with my dad, and that's it.
I guarantee you she's got female friends that back in the day when she was young were closet lesbians and they had to hide it because it wasn't appropriate.
No. Listen to this shit. What?
I would have just flat told her, you want to talk about something not natural, look down at your tits.
She's not lying.
Love her.
Listen to this shit.
Really?
Listen to this shit. On my mother's side of the family, there is at least 3 or 4 lesbians every time we get together. They are our family, and they come over there. My mom doesn't chastise a single one of them.
Of course
ever.
not.
She never does. But my fucking daughter, she wants to sit there and tell my daughter it's wrong. It's not natural. I told her, I said, listen, if that's the way you're going to think, don't ever come around my house again. I don't want you around my house. I don't want you around my fucking kids. I don't want you anywhere near us. Because when it comes down to it and it's all said and done, you are just spitting out hatred and bigotry, and I'm not putting up with it. I don't care about your voting. I don't care about your religion. I don't care about any of that bullshit. What I care about is the fact that you had one fucking job as a grandmother. That was to love your goddamn grandkids unconditionally, without judgment, without hate, without bias, without any of that bullshit. And you fucking failed.
Yeah.
You failed 100%. And I will not have them around you again. And I looked at my kids and I asked them both. I told them, this is what's going to happen. You're never going to see your Nana again. I'm sorry. Not until she grows up and apologizes for what she said. Number 1. Number 2, I don't want you around that shit. And they both looked at me and said, good. We're tired of going to Nana's and getting lectured. I said, wait a minute. Hold on. You've been getting lectured every time you go to Nana's? They're like, yeah, we're tired of it. They both said, I said, you're never going over there again. And both of them instantly said, good.
Are we talking about Mama Bones here?
Yeah. Yeah. The one everybody fucking loved and praised last show.
Yeah.
This fucking cunt decides that she wants to come in and take my daughter to her house. And then my son said that she had a girlfriend and my mom lost her shit on a 12-year-old girl. My kid, I'm fucking raising, not her, me.
Yeah. I can guarantee she's kissed the girl.
Who, my mom?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Really?
Hell no.
That's what you think.
That bitch don't have the time, don't kiss her own fucking husband.
Oh, well,
I guarantee you that's what you think, though. How old's your mother?
60 fucking not dead yet.
Okay, so we'll just say she's within 5 years of my mother, who is 70. So I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you. She tried.
So,
I don't doubt she grew up through the 60s and 70s. I don't doubt at all.
She'll never admit it.
She'll never admit it.
This bitch don't even admit that she fucking hit me whenever I was a kid. Like physically fucking slapped the shit out of me every time I did something wrong. She doesn't admit that. Oh no, I didn't. I never did that. I never fucking hit you guys. Bull fucking shit, you didn't. You hit us. You called Dad. He fucking hit us.
That was the same.
We get it. It's discipline. We understand that.
My mom broke 4 of my fingers on a damn door, and she refuses to admit it.
Of course they refuse to admit it. They don't want to admit they were shitty parents. And then when she left at the very end of it, guess what the fuck she said to me?
I'll pray for you.
Nope. I'm just going to go ahead and get your kids taken away from you then.
Yeah, good luck.
How is she going to do that?
I'm like, dude, I have them every other weekend. How the fuck are you going to get them taken away from me?
And does their mother support your daughter?
As far as I know, no.
Ooh.
The daughter had told the mom, and the mom was drunk and told her that the same thing my mom told her. And I was like, Jesus Christ, for 2 people that can't agree on shit, you 2 are very alike.
See,
is your mother on decent terms with their mother?
Hell no.
Oh, then I was gonna say you need to be careful of that shit.
No, they hate each other. I was going to talk to her mom today, but of course she was drinking and had a bunch of people over there and shit. So I just let it go for today. I'm going to just go there one day, and me and her are going to sit down and have a conversation. And I'm going to tell her straight up, if you want a relationship with your fucking daughter, you better fucking accept her for who she is. I don't care what your pronouns are. I don't care what your orientation is. I don't care what you want to believe you are. I don't care about any of that bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I'm not playing your pronoun game. I'm not playing your alphabet game. I'm not doing any of that bullshit. If my daughter wants to be bisexual or lesbian, great. She can be that. I will support her 100%. If my daughter comes up and tells me she wants to be a boy, great. I'll support you 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But I will also do that shit within reason and use common sense with it too. I'm not going to sit there and start my daughter at 12 years old on testosterone or blockers or anything. None of that bullshit. Not doing
you
that
shouldn't
shit.
anyway.
I will let her go all the way to 18. And when she turns 18, I will tell her straight up, you have a choice in what you want to do with yourself and your body. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Before 18, I want you to take the time, and I want you to learn, and I want you to get to the point of understanding and knowing what you want to do to or with your body. That's it. That's all I want you to do.
18 is the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, if my daughter turned around and goes, "Hey, Dad, I like girls," even now, if she turns around and says, "I like girls," okay, cool.
Bomber, are any of your kids on the in the Alphabet Mafia?
Alphabet Mafia. I like that.
Isn't your son in?
I'd rather be called
the Rainbow Brigade.
Do Rainbow Brigade. I would rather use those terms than LGBTQIA plus XYZ LMNOP QRXT.
Anyway, let him answer the question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, he still hasn't completely figured it out, but I mean, he's at the very least. I mean, he's dated other guys, and
so from one parent to the other. When your son came to you and said that to you, what'd you say?
Cool.
As it fucking should be.
Yeah.
2 of my 3 are part of the Rainbow Brigade.
And what did you say?
When are we getting the flags and when are we throwing the party?
And
I'm happy to take my daughter to Pride.
My 12-year-old Emma loves everything to do with rainbows and Pride.
As she should. It's about
Dallas,
accepting people for doing what they are.
Dallas just had their parade.
We missed ours. It was on June 1st.
Now I want to end this whole thing with something very, very, very beautiful, and I'm super fucking proud as a dad because of my son. I was sitting there talking to my daughter about it, and my son was sitting there with us, and he said, "Come here," and he hugged her. And I looked at my son and I said, "Do you support your sister's decision?" He goes, 100% yes. And I was like, you know what? You're a fucking awesome dude. And I appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
I really fucking do. But I also asked my daughter a few questions. Number one, I asked my daughter, I said, now, Nana was saying all these things about how it's not right and natural, right? And she goes, yeah. I said, okay, let me ask you a question. I said, where did you learn this? And she said, nowhere. I said, you figured this out on your own? She said, yes. I said, now you can tell me the truth. You know, you always can. And you know, I'll always support you because I love you. but did you learn this from school? She said, no. I said, did your friends coax you into this or try to talk you into it? And she said, no. I said, okay. And I said, but Nana tried to tell you that it's not right and it's not natural, right? And she goes, yeah. I said, okay. So basically you learn this on your own and your Nana's trying to groom you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what people say. You can sit there and tell me that the drag queens and all the bullshit going on out there is grooming these kids and shit like that. What do you think you straight white Christian pieces of shit are doing as well?
Yeah.
You're grooming your kids to be straight. If they're grooming their kids to be gay, fuck it, let them do it, because you're doing the same goddamn thing. You're grooming your kids to be straight.
Right.
True.
Plain and simple. I was afraid I was afraid to tell my mom and dad anything about me. I'm bisexual. I was afraid to tell them that. And I told my mom that today. You know what I said, me and my wife are both bisexual. And she looked at me and she goes, ugh.
So why don't you bring it up into her face and go, what about the, diesel dykes? And I'm just using that because of your mother. What about the diesel dykes that are part of the family? You don't say anything about them.
Oh no, I lovingly informed them after I text my mom and told her, don't ever show up to my house again. I will call the cops and have you trespassed. Number one, it's on text. So you're not allowed here, and I can show that to the cops whenever they come and go, I've already forewarned her. This is the text. I told her she would be trespassed off my property. Number one. Number two, my mother, in her cocky nature, decided to say, I told her, I said, I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm done with you. I'm done with your hate. I'm done with your bullshit. I'm done with your grooming and your coaching of my kids. You try to get them to be your little conservative Christian fuckers. You make them do everything that you do. And I don't care about what you choose in life, but at a young age, that's when you're developing and learning, not about one side, but both.
Right.
Have the common sense and decency to learn about both sides.
Right. And that's the thing is, I don't look at my daughter or my son any different, no matter what. And when I say he's still trying to figure it out, he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I've had a conversation, but not a strong enough conversation where he's basically came out and said, this is how I'm living my life from this point on.
Right.
He said he likes guys. Okay, cool.
Cool. That's his business. It has nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't impact your life in any way.
Has no effect on me.
Do me a favor and just print a bunch of fucking a bunch of dicks and put them in a bag. That way, every time he pisses you off, you can just hand it to him and go eat a bag of dicks.
I think Fluff is having a real strange reaction to Bones's proclamation that he's bi. I don't think Fluffy
suddenly very glad my grandma has the YOLO motto. So let me put it to you this way, because I love to verbatim everything.
Yeah. Khaleesi, yeah, he would hate it if I gave him a bag of dicks.
I told her, stay away from my family until you can act like a decent person and accept your grandkids for who they are. I'm done with your bullshit and lectures, mother, and so are they. She goes, okay, I'll be here.
What?
It's just a tantrum. I'm just pissed off. What she doesn't understand is I didn't talk to my brother for 2 years over nothing. And I still don't talk to him to this day, even after he's moved out. He came up to my house one fucking time in I think a year. My dad, I didn't talk to for almost 4 fucking years because he wanted to sit there and tell me that being with an alcoholic's the best thing for my kids. What do you think I'm going to do to you? I'm done with you.
Right.
When they tell me that your funeral's coming up, I'm just going to go, cool. Just let me know where the gravesite is so I can go piss on it.
I haven't spoken to my father in 10 years. I have no regrets. Because his wife has physically abused me. She has physically, mentally, and emotionally abused me. I will have nothing to do with my father. And you know what? Karma's a bitch, because it'll be a year in November of this year. He had a stroke.
Here's the funny part. That very end text right there. She said, okay, I'll be here. I said, don't hold your breath. Because bitch, you'll die quick. Because I'm not going to come back. I don't want anything to do with you. Here's the thing. How can you not accept your granddaughter, but you can accept family members? How can you not accept your granddaughter, but you can have gay best friends? Do your gay best friends know how you are? The kind of bigot and piece of shit that you are?
Because she can probably, it's somebody to talk to, and she probably figures.
Oh, she has nobody to talk to except her own brother and her sister, and that's it. Nobody else can put up with her bullshit.
Yeah.
Maybe you should reach out to the family members and to her gay friends and let them know how she really is.
I did.
Oh,
I did. Hold on.
Bones pulled the trigger.
Wait a minute.
Here we go.
So Lori is my lesbian cousin, I guess. I said, hey, before Mom spouts off her bullshit as to why we don't show up, I will tell you why. My daughter told her she has a girlfriend, and my mom decided to tell her it's not natural or right. I told my mom she's dead to me. I won't tolerate bigotry, hatred, especially towards my kids. And I won't be dealing with her again until she grows up and gets over her Trump conservative Christian trip and apologizes to my daughter for telling her it's not right to be with a woman. I said, I just wanted you to know the kind of person you're sitting next to at family gatherings. Do what you will with it, but I'm done with her hateful ass.
And what'd your cousin say?
And she said, okay, fam, I'm sorry for your daughter. Basically, she's not going to get into it, but at the same time, she knows and understands now. And I love that. I love that side of my family because they're so open and honest and awesome. My mom, on the other hand, is disgusted by that. She is just that fucking kind of person. She is disgusted by anything gay. She is disgusted by any of it. 100%. So I'm going to go find the biggest dick I can and slap it right here and send her a picture going, I love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. You can eat.
Wait, you mean the purple one that got lost in the mail? The purple one that got lost in the mail?
No. I'm going to go find a real one.
Oh.
I'm going to go find a real one. And just put it right here and let her know. Happy Mother's Day.
When are we all meeting up to make this happen?
Right?
Tackle box, we need your penis. so Bones just came out as bi. Bones just came out as bi, and his mom gave.
I didn't. I've been that way.
His mom just gave his daughter a bunch of shit about having a girlfriend, so he wants to get a picture of the biggest penis he can find and slap it up against his face in the picture and send it to his mother. So I said, we could get a hold of you.
I'm more like a chihuahua.
He's not. He's lying. He's more like a chihuahua.
The whole chihuahua?
Right. The whole chihuahua. The whole chihuahua.
But
it's not even a mini or a teacup. It's a full-size chihuahua.
Okay. No. We call that a chewini. Smile on it.
So let me put it to you this way, and this goes out to everybody. If your kids come to you and your kids tell you that they feel a certain way or they think a certain way or they like boys, they like girls, whatever the fuck they do, whenever it comes down to it and it's all said and done, as a parent, support your children. Because if you act like most of the parents do, like my mother does, that's where you get the teens with the mental issues and the problems and the bullshit because of the trauma that you're causing them. I'm not a huge person to sit there and sugarcoat shit and tell you that everything's going to be okay and all that bullshit. I'm not. I'm the guy that's going to tell you the honest to God truth every fucking time. But when it comes down to it, my kids, my children, my motherfucking kids, mine are off limits.
Right.
To my mother, to anybody that's going to be negative, to anybody, I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on, tries to groom them, it will not happen. No. I will not allow it.
No.
And if you think that you're going to get away with that fucking shit, oh, dude, we're going to have words and maybe fisticuffs or whatever the fuck we're going to have for you to understand that my kids are free to think how they want to think. If they want to be one way, great, they can be that way. If they want to be another way, great, they can be that way. I will support them. Their father will support them 100%. Their stepmother will support them 100%. And when it comes down to it and it's all said and done, that bitch can kick rocks. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, the way that I approach being a parent is my job is to guide them with the best information that I have at hand and life experience.
Right.
But it's up to them to take that advice or that guidance. I'm not forcing it.
Right. And that's all we can
And
do
I'm
as parents
there,
is guide
and I'm
them.
there to be somebody to lean on.
Right. And that's what we can do as parents. We can guide them on their merry way. We can guide them on their path. But I'm not telling my kids, you have to think a certain way. You have to be a certain way. Fuck that shit. Because you know what? When you start doing that, that's a communist thing. You have to sit there and be a certain way. You have to think this way. This is all you got. You got blinders on. You can't go nowhere else. This is your zone. This is a communist outlook. Go to any communist country and seriously look at how they operate. There are rules and regulations for people. There's people the only way you can leave the fucking country is with certain fucking you have to fill out paperwork and shit for it.
Right.
Do you have your papers?
You can't just sit there and go, I'm getting on a plane and going to America. And then they're like, no, fuck that shit. They can stop you and detain you, arrest you, and throw you in jail, and they don't give a fuck. When it comes down to it, it's all said and done. I'm not going to put up with that bullshit. I will never put up with that bullshit. I'm done with it. I'm done with her. Literally probably going to take my daughter with me to Pride so she can come and she can go see exactly, everything.
Yeah. Well, even my belief system, I don't push it onto my kids.
Yeah.
I don't either. I don't either.
It's what I believe. And yes, I have things around the house that have to do with my belief system.
That.
Exactly.
True. Very true.
Yeah. And I can honestly say, there's 2 older children that aren't mine that makes me feel absolutely amazing to hear them say. I mean, it's kind of a slight on somebody else, but they would rather have had me as their actual real blood father than their father.
Yeah.
Because of the way that I supported them through their life.
Right.
The way that I was there for them, the way that I told them the hard truth and still got on them about shit. I wasn't like, oh, it's okay, here's $20.
Right.
I know you decided to try to set fire to the house, and here's a new Xbox.
Oh, jeez.
No. I was probably harder on them, but at the end
I don't
of the
want
day,
my kids to be afraid.
I hate when I say that fucking phrase. God.
What phrase?
Oh.
What phrase?
At the end of the day.
Yeah, that was one of my father's words. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'd always say when it comes down to it and it's all said and done.
Yeah. But I can honestly say that we just had an incident recently, and I'm not going to go into it, but where our oldest daughter called us up in the middle of the day because she was so upset, and it was actually on Father's Day because of stuff that was going on there with her dad and her stepmom, and she's sobbing and high pitched trying to talk. 21.
Get the fuck out of the house.
She's not in the house.
Then don't go back around to that fucking family. Fuck them.
Well, they were doing stuff with it. It would probably be a 5-hour podcast if I explained the whole dynamic there.
Let me put it. Let me ask you one simple question. Would she do better spending time with your family or her family?
Well, and at this point, she's her own person, but she spent a lot more time, I guess you could say, because there was a point at which 2-week podcast, yeah.
Just bomber up here. And another thing.
Yeah.
Fucking beard's growing like 3 feet more.
There was
1 century later.
There was a time that she didn't talk to them. Both my oldest 2 kids didn't talk to them because of the shit that they were finally just done with. The manipulation, the bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And said, you know what? We're done.
My kids are there at 10 and 11 years, or 11 and 12 years old with their grandmother.
Well, and they had kind of flirted with it for so many years, but they were so terrified.
Yeah.
That
don't let your kids be scared to tell you anything.
Well, they were. It wasn't telling us. They would tell us.
No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about their parents, their blood parents. My kids should never be afraid to tell me anything. Your kids should never be afraid to tell you anything. Nobody's kids should be afraid to tell their parents everything they want to tell them. And if you're not accepting of your own fucking children that came from your nutsack and your womb, and you're not supportive of what you brought into this world, don't make babies.
Right.
You idiots.
Well,
so basically, just to kind of give, it was a breath of fresh air hearing her, like, I didn't like seeing her upset, but she's like, I said something to her on the phone because we had it in the car, and I said, honey, you can always call us and talk to us even though we're not there. She's like, that's why I'm calling you. I'm like, true. I'll just shut up.
You did your job.
You did your job, and that's the thing is I mean, my job, I always looked at, like I said, to support, to give them the tools that they need to survive, and give them advice, and make sure they don't kill themselves.
Well, that's the thing. She was stressed out. She was in the point of stress.
Right.
She was literally to the point where she was going to break down, and her first thought was, I need to call Dad.
Yeah.
I need to call Mom and Dad.
Right.
So
not my biological father. Well, and the thing was that, it was something at him because of the whole Father's Day thing, and he and his goat woman from hell wife put so much emphasis on the material aspect of Father's Day and Christmas, in that, you didn't basically spend enough in a sense or make it meaningful enough.
My granddaughter could come up with a chewed up hot dog and hand it to me for Father's Day, and I would have taken it and said,
right. I mean,
listen, anybody can walk up to you with a chewed up hot dog. Let's be honest.
That's true.
Yeah,
tackle box. Anyway,
it's rude to goats in hell. Well, right.
We don't want to talk about the upside down root beer float. So let me ask you something there, Pit Boss. What the fuck, bro?
Dude, talk about working a little OT.
Oh yeah, where's your phone?
Stuck there.
Where's your phone? Where's your goddamn phone?
I was driving home when you called. I was trying to get home quick.
I know, but you had me worried about you. I'm over here calling and texting, and I even messaged your wife, like, is boss okay? Like, what the fuck, man? I haven't heard a thing from him. I didn't know you were worried. If you would have just sent us a message, hey, I'm working, I'll be late, and
I didn't have a chance to. I was trying to rush to get it done and get over here.
Yeah. It's okay.
No worries.
It's okay. We totally waited on you to start the show.
Yeah,
You fucking motherfucker.
Yeah, I love you too.
Okay, I need to talk to hey, Amira, if you could, well, let's go ahead and get a write-up on Pit Boss for showing up late and no notice.
God dang it.
No show, no call.
Pit Boss is going to get an email here in a minute like, what the fuck? He was serious.
First of all, fuck you, go fuck you, because oh my God, I'm not your secretary. You want to make a note to fucking write up Pit Boss? You can write them up. Just because I'm the only person here that has tits that actually have a purpose does not mean I'm taking fucking notes.
Listen, I was trying to make you HR, but if you don't want that position, I'll give it to Bomber. Nobody's going to get wrote up.
No, there's nobody here that could be qualified for HR.
I am qualified for HR. I was HR at one of my jobs, and I'm not taking fucking notes.
Yeah, she's
so that settles the argument. Get to writing.
Oh God,
and make me a sandwich too.
Eat a bag of severed dick tips dipped in arsenic and salt and busted glass.
Wow, never mind. She is not HR.
No, that's how HR wants to talk to you.
Oh, I know. Trust
me.
Fluffy wants to be the HR representative.
I'll take HR spot. Oh God.
Yeah, I mean,
I can hear Fluffy now. You can't say that. Don't do that. Stop it. Somebody help me with hell divers.
You know the worst part is Now, since we're discussing, in that genre of the Rainbow Warriors, have you guys seen the cartoon over on Prime?
Which one?
No.
Oh, it's a great cartoon. Has Been Hotel?
Oh my God, that's amazing. I love that show.
No, I have to look at it.
Tacklebox watched the whole first season. He loves it.
I got to tell you, I actually watched it and went, oh my God, that sounds like Bones. Oh my God, that sounds like Bomber. That sounds like Amira.
These motherfuckers, that's copyright infringement.
No.
You want to know what's really funny too, and because you brought up that, so and this is part of the whole rant thing. I watch Bridgerton. I love Bridgerton. I like things in that period of time frame. I do. And they diverted from the books in this most recent season, and one of the characters is bisexual.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
And I was like, now mind you,
awesome.
I get tired of every show feeling like it's got to be made to be inclusive of every kind of person out there. I get tired of it because it's like sometimes you just
back
need to leave.
then it was like that though.
No, actually it wasn't. And you also didn't see people of color in the levels and in the peerage.
Hold on.
At that point either.
Hold on. I'm going to correct you on that because there was royalty in Africa at that time.
Okay, this isn't taking place in Africa. It's taking place in England. So I'm still accurate.
No. I understand. In England, yes, you are correct. But people did travel. And I get your inclusivity. There's
some things that I'm just saying that historically we don't have to go back and change everything to make it all inclusive for everybody. Right. Sometimes historical accuracy just needs to be historical accuracy.
No, 100%. I agree with that. But
that would be like taking it like Wakanda forever and suddenly bringing in white people. I mean, come on.
White Conda forever.
Or making the color purple all white.
Right. And I would be completely against that on the same level that I feel like sometimes when a show is based on what is known as the unfortunately white aristocracy, you leave it the way it is. Just like you don't fuck with the whole, color purple suddenly is a bunch of, broke ass white people living in a trailer. That's not the same fucking thing.
No.
Roots is not about white people. You don't fuck with that and bring in fucking white people. You don't bring in Latinos. But in the same respect,
if Roots was about white people, it would just be a bunch of white people beating the fuck out of slaves.
And that's the thing though too.
Going
is with
back
Roots,
to my roots.
You wouldn't see them. You wouldn't see them bringing in, Sikh Indian or Sikh Indians. You wouldn't see them bringing in Latinos.
Okay.
You wouldn't see them bringing in, Oriental people because Roots is Black heritage. So when you're talking about the aristocracy and it being what it is, you don't need to make everything diverse.
No.
That's all I'm saying. You don't have to bring everything diverse. But they did make somebody in the show bisexual and it doesn't follow the fucking books. And I was like, well, there goes that bullshit.
No, it doesn't follow the books. But here's the thing. Back in that time, there were gay men all the time. Now,
right, but it wasn't talked about, is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, now back then there were very much gay men and lesbian women. 100% gay men and women did exist. Now they were shunned if they were ever found out, and they still got married to carry on their lineage because that's what their families told them to do. Yes, and that was the whole thing back then was your marriage, your lineage. I get that, but in that.
Oh, that was almost bad. So, in fact, there was a circumstance that it was actually legal for a woman to marry another woman. And that was if you were a widow and never bore children, then in certain circumstances, you could petition your township to allow for you to basically marry a woman of childbearing age, and all of her children would carry on your husband's name. At that point, you were given special privilege amongst the men, but you were actually expected as a woman to stay celibate the rest of your life.
Right. But again, still is not
HR.
It's still one of those things where there's set parameters and it was done for a purpose to carry on a line.
Right. No, I'm not arguing that at all.
It's the rich widow whose husband is dead and there's no one to carry on the line. She finds a decent woman of, say, relatively decent breeding. Her husband is dead. They don't have any means. She marries this person. Those children then take on her dead husband's lineage as their line, so they perpetuate the name. I get that.
Yeah. But
No,
My
yeah,
thing is just making
I'm
things
not even-
diverse where they don't need to be. You don't need to diversify every fucking TV show and book. That's all.
No, you don't. You don't need to. Here's the thing. I'm a huge history buff. I love history. And I want history to stay the way it is so we can learn from it, not because that's the way it should be, but the fact that we learn from the mistakes of the past. We're erasing those mistakes constantly because we say that it's racist, sexist, whatever. And instead of leaving those things up there to learn from them, we're tearing them down and allowing those things to happen again. When it comes down to it and it's all said and done, I don't want you to divert away from historical nature. But when it's a show like Bridgerton is a complete it's done, it's the show Bridgerton's done in that Victorian era, but it has nothing to do with real life.
I was just bringing up the fact that they made a character bisexual because they were diversifying the show.
Yes, but it has nothing to do with real life. So if it's not a historical documentary, then it doesn't need to be like the historical documentaries. Leave them alone. Leave those shows that are like off historical facts. You know, like white people were rich and they only had straight sex and black people were slaves and whatever. If that's historical fact, leave it that way. We can learn from that. But if it's a show like Bridgerton and they want to add a bisexual guy or whatever, a black woman, black family, black aristocrats, whatever you want to do, I don't care. Be inclusive in those shows. That's fine. Keep your dress and your style and like the surroundings and all that kind of stuff. Keep that in historical in nature. That's fine. If you want to change the characters and all that bullshit, it's fine. That's completely a thing. If you go away from the books, I mean, that's fucking on you. I don't care.
That's the director at that point.
Yeah, but
anyway, I was just trying to make a point that it's everywhere. That's all I was trying to make.
No, you're absolutely 100% correct. Yes,
it's everywhere. If you're gay, you're gay. If you're bi, you're bi. If you're lesbian, you're lesbian. If you're trans, that's great. I don't give a fuck what you are. I'm going to accept you exactly what you are. If you say to me, I identify as male, my name is Paul. Hey, Paul, how you doing? And that's the way it's going to be. Period.
Right. 100%. Yeah, no. I try to be as respectful as possible.
Why were we leaving that up there?
Oh,
I had questions.
Ooh, questions. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Stop it. What the fuck is a devil shrimp?
Stop that. Stop it, Bomber.
Bomber,
stop. Bomber, stop.
I'm getting motion sickness. Fucking knock it off.
Down here, dude.
Are we all trisexual? I mean,
I have a question. What is a devil shrimp?
I
could have Googled that while I was waiting.
Hey, that comment lets you Google a devil shrimp. He's probably going to go to the hub after that and be like, oh god, that's the devil shrimp. It's hooked. It's hooked.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Oh, no. It's Carneus.
Carneus
asadius. It's the meat. It's the meat of the sea.
Al la Diabla. I probably.
Carne asada el Diablo.
Carnita.
Camarones.
Oh, God damn.
A la Diablo. It's shrimp in devil sauce.
Wait a minute. Devil had a sauce?
Yeah, he did. All over her. Never mind.
Camarones a la Diabla.
Camarones a la Diabla.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, I know. I just repeated what you fucking said.
I can't speak of Spanish.
You want to go, woman?
I'd win.
She has the cat ears on.
I'd let you win.
I can't speak. I can't speak the Spanglish.
I don't need you to let me win, and I don't have to fight dirty.
That's fine. I don't fight fair either, but I'd let you win.
No. I don't have to. Like, I wouldn't immediately go for your balls because, well, you don't have any. So I wouldn't immediately go for your balls to drop you. I would just take a fucking hockey stick to your fucking head. That's all.
No. Wow.
I use the equipment I got.
I mean, that's cool.
I mean, at least she's not attacking the taint.
Well, you know what? Either way, just don't threaten me.
It'd be rather entertaining, though, wouldn't it?
Wow.
Well, on the subject of the gayness part of things and everybody letting it all out.
Are you coming out finally?
Everybody's a trisexual.
I thought you were coming out. Damn.
It's
Everybody's
not about it. That's the thing. It's not about coming out. I've been this way my whole fucking life. It's just.
Well, I never knew it.
Well, that's because it ain't none of your goddamn business until I make it your fucking business.
Well,
Then.
Well,
understand
apparently
that, and
Fluffy
I'm
didn't
totally
know
fine
it
with
either,
that.
and you've been rating his fucking, his games and shit. So
I've been
yeah,
rating more than that. That man sends me some
I-
seriously good pictures.
I apparently, but Fluffy didn't know.
No,
I
no,
gotta tell you,
I did, that was the
you
thing.
do quite well.
The reason why I didn't sit there and do that because it's nobody's fucking business. My
Yeah.
sexual preferences are nobody's business.
No.
But when it comes down to my daughter being open about it, why not me too? So there you go. That's fine. There are people that knew, and
Well,
it's fine.
I mean, it doesn't change anything about my feeling towards you or anything like
I
that.
think it gave you a little bit of a tickle in your pickle, honestly.
Fluffy, all I want to say is if my inbox is full on Monday with HR complaints and paperwork, someone's getting fired. That's all I'm saying.
We need to make an HR section in that fucking.
Oh, that'd be funny. That would be you could see the complaints and how funny it would be.
Just to sit there and let fucking just let Amira do her HR thing the 4HP way.
Like somebody
90% of it's going to be suck it up, Buttercup.
Is
It is
on
what
our
it is.
Discord? Is Kat on our Discord?
I don't think so.
Oh, Kat, I need you to join our Discord because I'm about to give you some rights.
I love this.
She just
Bomber
yelled
is
from back there.
the
Not
bromance
it.
whore.
Yes, I am.
He is the bromance whore.
Mhm.
Okay, we are
He
definitely.
started with Tacklebox.
Listen,
That's all I'm gonna say.
when
we
you
are definitely-
tell
The beards got
that part too.
intertwined. It was very hard to detangle. That's all I'm
when
gonna say.
you sit there and you tell people what you tell people, because I don't look or act a certain way,
Mhm.
I don't even get accepted by that community either. No bullshit.
Well, yeah. I mean,
No
really?
bullshit. I walk, talk, act like a straight man. I do.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing.
But you're really an asshole.
Mhm.
You hide
No,
it so well.
I really.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, we'll just. I'm not going to go there.
Hey, Bomber, there's a clip somewhere. That's.
Oh yeah,
in
no, I
here.
got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. This is.
Spit on that thing.
There you go.
Hey,
Oh,
listen,
wait.
listen,
Yeah,
all I'm going to tell you,
Okay,
ladies.
I'm gonna have to. No, stop it. No, that is not the reason you stopped dating. Is because I stole them all.
Oh,
no.
bullshit. You are the biggest man whore there is where it concerns bromance stealing.
But I
have
didn't
seen that shit in action.
But you still have Tacklebox. I didn't steal him from you. She didn't lose guys because of me.
He spent more time
Oh,
on
well, we
live
know
talking
Khaleesi
to-
didn't lose guys because of
No,
you.
no. He spent more time on live talking to you than he did in the same room with me.
Well,
I can see
Wait,
Khaleesi got her
I'm
phone
hearing
in her
I'm
hand,
hearing
and she's just
jealousy
doing
here.
this to the screen right in my face.
I love you, Khaleesi.
I'm sorry.
Khaleesi, it's fine. I'll send him a virtual slap upside the head. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're gonna get a letter, Bones. You're gonna get a letter from HR.
You know what that letter's gonna say?
They got aluminum in them.
Oh, god damn it.
damn it.
Oh, no one asked me? Okay, well, Khaleesi, I just wanted to let you know.
Shut up, Meg.
Wow.
Got double dosed.
Me and Khaleesi have a hate relationship. We hate to hate each other. Oh, look, Fluffy brought the popcorn and drinks for everyone. One day we're gonna have Khaleesi on here and she's gonna be dead staring at me the whole time going, yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. But Khaleesi, I just gave you no, fuck you. That's all I'm gonna say the whole time to you. Okay. Love you too, honey.
Yeah, for some reason she's gonna start.
There's like one person
hot.
that can make me. It's definitely not you. You ain't lying about that shit. Anyway,
Jeez,
that's how my Pride Month's going. So
yeah,
but that's the thing. You guys notice I don't have a bunch of rainbow shit sitting everywhere. I don't have flags flying around my house and all that shit. And people will say, well, you don't have pride and you don't have this, that, and the other. It's like, no, it's just my preferences are me, and for me and for myself in my bedroom.
Right.
Not for you. You don't need to know what I do. I don't need to run
Or
around
who,
the fucking
apparently.
pride. Yeah. I don't need to run around the fucking pride parade in a fucking spangly thong telling everybody, oh, I love dick. Oh, whatever. I don't need to do that. I'm going to go out to Pride and I'm going to go enjoy myself. And I'm going to have fun and I'm going to hang around people and I'm going to meet people and it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't care what your preferences are. I don't care what your pronouns are. I don't care about any of that shit. That's your shit in your bedroom in your life. I don't have to wake up and look at you every morning.
Yeah.
Just as you don't have to wake up and look at me. You don't need to know my preferences. You don't need to know who I am. And if I grant you that privilege to let you know who I am and I accept you into my life, then great. If I don't, then fuck off.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
I don't know if I could see. I don't know if I could see Bones walking down the street in like a thong and some frou-frou.
Oh, I'll do it. I have no motherfucking shame, bro. None whatsoever. I don't give a shit what people think about me. I don't care.
Okay.
There's a challenge. There's a challenge right there. How many subscribers can we get within 4 months? And if we break the subscriber,
Oh God, it's coming back up.
What did he swallow? Or who did he swallow?
You know why he's sick? Because he didn't.
Fuck to it. Spit on that thing.
I've been I've seen that too. I mean,
Oh, everywhere. That woman has brought together more people just by doing that one little fucking thing.
yeah, you spit on that thing,
right? Oh fuck yeah! So I'm not very fucking happy with my mother at this point in my life, and I don't want anything to do with her. As long as she's on this little trip that she's on, this is the same woman that voted for Biden twice. Now she's full on hardcore Trumpy, and as long as she's the way she is, I will not have my kids around her, and my kids are okay with that. 100% okay with that. I told them, I said, that's the last time you're ever going to see Nana. And they said, okay. That's how much bullshit that she does with these two every time they go over there. She gets onto them. She bitches at them. She does nothing but tries to treat them like they're me and my brother. And when it comes down to it and it's all said and done, they're not. So you're not going to raise my children. I know how you raised me, and I was afraid to talk to you about anything. My kids are not afraid to talk to me about anything. Bomber, are you okay?
Yeah.
What was that?
Sparkly thong.
Fuck you. Okay. So we have gotten through the Star Wars problems and the stupid bitch problems. So now it's time. Hold on. Wait, she's almost done crocheting.
I'm not crocheting, actually. Go fuck yourself.
Okay, she's almost done watching whatever she's watching.
I was just adding the HR channel to the goddamn Midgard category. Thank you.
oh, she's adding the.
We have
the
HR now,
clip on the back
ladies
of
and
it.
gentlemen. Yes, I could be so offensive. I want to know all the complaints against me now.
Dude,
It's an
that'd
open
be-
channel. Anybody can see it. Anybody
Fucking
can read
right.
it. Anybody can
Right.
post in it.
Oh,
Dude.
oh
But
my
the only
god!
responses
Just
are
it.
coming.
Oh,
If you tag HR, that's going to me, and I do the responses. If you don't like it, too bad.
No. I want
talk
your
about it.
best made up HR complaint about anybody on this podcast. That's
I
what I
want your
want from
best
the audience.
HR complaint, period, and I will fucking answer it in 4 HP style.
Exactly. But I want your best HR complaint against anybody here, whether they're too nice, they're too mean, they didn't. It doesn't matter. You can make up whatever the fuck you want, but I want the
make
best
it up, and I want you to
HR complaint.
You have to name who it is.
Yes, 100%. You have
so
to
the
name
relevancy is there.
Oh, yes. Please.
Actually,
if you guys aren't part of the Discord, go to the Discord and fucking join up because it is absolutely worth it. I believe this is our Discord QR code.
It is.
So if you're watching on a screen, you can use your phone. If you're not watching on a screen and you're watching on your phone, well, put your phone down, go to your computer, and scan the QR code.
Or screenshot it and use your second damn device because we all have one.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it up there for about another 30 seconds, and then I'm going to take it down again, and I'll put it back up at the end of the show.
So I want to see if we could guess who they're talking about.
No. I want you to name it. Call it out. But you can also, if you want to be that nervous Nancy who goes to HR with that passive aggressive complaint, by all means you can do that too, and you can like skirt who it is if you really you can do whatever you want. But I got no problem with you calling me out. Call me out.
Call us all out. Do it.
Call Bomber's ass out.
You know what? And my first HR complaint. I think you're a bunch of fucking ungrateful assholes.
Go put it in the fucking room where it doesn't count.
We could have put it in the room that doesn't count. Oh my
if
God.
it isn't documented, fuck you. It doesn't count. Love HR.
Love HR.
I need an HP response. There it is.
I want to start my own business, and I want my HR department to be like some kind of mafia run thing where you have to go in there into a dimly lit room and talk to a fat guy. Yeah, what's your
with a plate of spaghetti in front of him?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
And a nice Chianti.
Oh yeah.
No,
and just him
plate of spaghetti
going,
in front of you.
I'll write him up. Don't you worry about it.
with a bag of unmixed cement sitting in the corner behind him in the shadows, and a horse head on the other side.
have a business that has multiple stores and just send a person away from that store to another one, and just tell them, oh no, you don't have to worry about that anymore. There will be no more HR complaints from that.
No. Multiple stores using the same HR department. And they all connect in one room. All the doors to all the different rooms, all the different systems.
It'll go into one place.
Oh my God.
No matter what door you go into, it pops right back where it's at.
Right. I'm that bitch in HR. Oh, by all means, please bring it.
I think I need to make a commercial. Hey, thank you for calling 4HP HR line. Please press 1 if you want to complain about Bones. Press 2 if you want Bomber. Press 3 for Amira. 4 for Pit Boss, and if you don't know what it is, go ahead and press 0, because that'll be anybody.
It just hangs up on him. Beep.
Jesus.
We used to have when I was in college, me and my roommate, we had that. He went and found this phone. This back when you actually had like an answering machine.
Landlines.
Remember those? Huh?
Landlines.
Yes.
Choking wires.
And we had the phone that he got. It was a digital answering machine phone, and it had up to 4 mailboxes. So if you called our room and you didn't connect with one of us, it would come on and say, okay, press 1 for me, press 2 for my roommate. And then we didn't know what to do with the other 2. So like one, I don't think we used it all, but the third one, we just made up like Spanky the Monkey. Every single voicemail we got went to Spanky the Monkey.
Wow.
Nobody left us voicemails.
Yo, Spanky, bro, when you gonna come out and party again?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Hey, man, this time keep your pants on.
They're over there going, God damn, I think Spanky actually exists. All right, am I the asshole?
Yes.
Hey, that was a good am I the asshole.
All right, moving on.
Well, it is what it is.
You're gonna ask me.
Listen. You people understand why I'm such an asshole. I've been taking it up the ass my whole life.
That's why he's bi, ladies and gentlemen.
He's
He's the receiver.
I've been the pitcher. I've been the catcher. It's all the same.
Oh God.
You know, you've been the catcher your whole life.
Well, she
That
does
you
slide
know
into
of.
home plate.
That you know of.
Sometimes she's the pitcher on International Women's Day. Hello.
You have no idea the shit that I have done behind
I
closed
just
doors.
listened to
Or-
him before this
or-
whole thing started. I know what you do behind closed doors.
Dude, spit on that thing.
Okay. You forget that I dated a girl for 2 years. Thanks so much. And yeah, so you need a locking ball gag right now. You know that? You really do. You need
That was
a locking
perfect
ball
timing,
gag.
bro. That was fucking perfect timing. I didn't even do
Bomber, you can also go choke on a dick right now. So thanks.
Well, I'll go choke on some bag of dicks. I'll just go over to Dick's Drive-In and go have a bag of dicks.
Why is nobody surprised that you're going to go have a bag of dicks?
Something meaty, something juicy. You know how it is. Amira.
Got to get it somewhere, right? Any hoozle, toaster strudel.
There's not many times in my life that I like to say this to multiple people, but
Shut up, Meg.
Do you want the Am I the Asshole story
Yes.
or not?
ladies and
Then I'm
gentlemen,
not
Am I
cutting
the
up.
Asshole by Amira. She has brought us a new one. Let's see what it is.
This one is actually a hot one. This is actually very recent. I'm very excited about this one. This one's only a couple days old. This is actually coming from a subthread. So, and the question here is, am I the asshole for refusing to tattoo at my cousin's wedding? So, this is from June 8th of this year. So this is a throwaway because I'm not sure if my family uses Reddit. So a little to my background, I am a tattoo artist. I've done an apprenticeship the first year of tattooing. I work as a tattoo artist for 4 years now, and I opened a studio recently. My family and I are invited to a wedding that is taking place in another state. My cousin is marrying, and we got the invitation a few months ago. Time has moved forward, and now the wedding is in a week. Out of the blue, my cousin, let's call him Matt, texted me with something along the lines of, "You're going to tattoo me on my wedding day." I was a bit confused. I never even thought of bringing my equipment, so I also didn't plan a guest spot or anything. Guest spot is a tattoo artist working at another studio, as most of you probably know. I jokingly asked if he was serious. He then just asked if I didn't have one, meaning machine, and that one machine wouldn't take up that much space. And I replied that I didn't plan on bringing my equipment that in fact contains more than just a machine, and that I'm not prepared to tattoo at a wedding of which I didn't know anything about the layout, the location, inside, outside. He then said that he had planned on this and that it would mean a lot to him to get a tattoo on his wedding day, and that I'd be the one to tattoo him. Remember, this is the first time I'm hearing this. I tried again to explain that I don't feel comfortable with that and that it's quite short notice as I work until my brother and I fly over to attend the wedding and the tattoo needs to be designed first. He saw my message and didn't reply anymore. This morning, my mother called and she is furious. She asked why I wouldn't pull my shit together and just tattoo Matt. I told her what I'd previously told Matt as well, but she didn't want to hear it. So she just said it would mean a lot to her and Matt's family if I do that, and then it could be my wedding gift to him, and then she hung up on me.
What in the actual?
Okay, Misha, are we not crossing a gay man tonight?
Oh no! This is going to be a whole new character for you guys.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to finish my story. I talked to my brother about it, and he just shrugged it off and said it would be nice of you if you did it. I'm unsure what to do. As I said, I'm not really comfortable with the whole situation, especially because I've never been guest spotting, so I've never had to travel, let alone get on a plane with my equipment. But is it just selfish? I mean, it would mean a lot to apparently everyone, and I'm just saying no. Edit. I do have an actual wedding gift already that was sent to them from their wish list. They wanted artwork. I hand painted an oil painting. It took several days. Matt, the cousin, does not have any tattoos as far as the original poster goes. And 3, I don't know what my mom's problem is with all of this. She just wants to keep the peace. So am I the asshole for refusing to tattoo at my cousin's wedding?
No, because one, it was last minute. That's something there again. It needs to be something prepped. So if his cousin Matt has been thinking about this for a while and wanting it done, you should have roped in the person that you were wanting to do it at that point.
The moment it crossed his mind to have this happen,
right?
It should have been discussed. And if he was talking about his cousin bringing all of his equipment, setting up, and as we all know, because I'm guessing most of us in this podcast, not just us four, but all of our other people, have got a tattoo or know somebody with one or have gone with somebody to get one. There's cleaning supplies, there's razors, there's gloves, there's all the ink, there's all the shit to sketch with. There's all these things you got to take. It's not just like a little fucking suitcase.
Right.
It's not a goddamn carry-on. You use a goddamn makeup trolley for that shit 90% of the time. It's not that simple.
Well, yeah, and if it's like, did it say exactly how long until the wedding? Like,
it was a week. A week before the wedding.
A week.
No.
So
Because
a week before even a tattoo artist wouldn't take that shit.
No.
So relevant comments to this. If Matt had his heart set on this happening at his wedding, then he should have discussed it with you as soon as possible, not 1 week before. He knows a tattoo is permanent, right? He wants you to just show up with a kit in an unsterile environment and just wing out a design on him? No prep, no planning, all on his wedding day? It would have been better had he contacted you and gotten the tattoo done before the wedding. Then he could have revealed it at the ceremony, all healed, etc. Getting done on the same day, for what reason? This just seems silly AF. But mainly not your problem. He should have given you more notice. That's on him. Maybe offer to do it at your shop after the wedding. Tell them you'll look for inspiration for the design at their wedding so it can be something unique to their day. Original poster said, I especially don't understand why I should tattoo at wedding since I can't or shouldn't combine getting tattooed with drinking alcohol and knowing Matt, there will be plenty of alcohol at this wedding.
Right.
No, you're not
exactly.
No. You're not the asshole.
No,
not at all.
I feel like Mr. Pit Boss right now.
Here's another one. Here's another good one. Are you even licensed to tattoo in another state? Because there are certain states where you have to have separate licensing for that state.
No,
this person actually happens to be licensed. They could do it.
Well, you're also that's like turning around and selecting a DJ a week before the wedding.
Right,
and then complaining
when they don't get the right songs or anything else.
They don't play the music that you want them to play.
Another relevant comment here. Relevant comment. They planned this as a wedding gift, but they didn't talk to the person that would be gifted. No, the people getting married I want this to had planned on this being the wedding gift from our poster. And it's pretty presumptuous of them and kind of like bad wedding etiquette. I always thought of any mention of gifts by the wedding couple was some kind of a faux pas. And the original poster, especially when they have an actual list of things they want to be gifted. I mean, there was a point that said artwork, but if they wanted me to tattoo Matt as a gift, they could have and should have reached out to me and put it on their list.
Right.
So and then there's other relevant comments that are talking about, what about the honeymoon? Because you can't go swimming right away when you get a tattoo, especially if you go into a pool, things like that. And I wouldn't want to go in ocean water with a fresh tattoo because, ew.
When it comes down to it, you're not the asshole.
Right.
No.
The original poster. Oh, there's an update. 2 days later. So the last few hours have been a first. Or had been a lot of firsts. First, I called my mom, and wow, she asked me again, this time very friendly, if I want to tattoo Maddie at his wedding. And again, I said no, with all the reasons I'd previously given her and some of the very good points you guys have all made. Before she could say anything else, I added that I felt like she wouldn't take me and tattooing seriously. She didn't say anything for a bit until she tried to explain that she really thought it wasn't a big deal. I told her again that it is, and that my mom, of all people, should know how my job works. She agreed and apologized profusely. I then asked her if she'd like to attend and watch me work on a client's appointment, and to my utter surprise, she said yes. Mom is tagging along to an appointment tomorrow. Now to Maddie, or rather his bride. I finally got a hold of the bride, let's call her Becky, and asked her about the request her fiance confronted me with. She seemed surprised, as she apparently had heard from my aunt that I made them something for their new house. She assumed it would be a painting since I'm also the artist of the family, and it is known that I also paint. I confirmed that, but that Maddie has come forward with this out of the blue and that it's not a good idea for many reasons. She agreed with me immediately, and she thanked me for telling her as no one else had told her. Becky seemed really mad, but seemed to pull herself together. I'm assuming Becky confronted Matt after...
Becky?
I'm
Wow.
assuming Matt confronted her, or Becky confronted Matt after our call, because only 3 or 4 hours later, I checked the family group chat and there was a message from Becky. There will be no ceremony on the 13th as Matt and I have decided we aren't getting married. Matt and I
Holy
have
shit.
things to figure out. So please text or call us tomorrow if you have questions. For the rest of the day, we'll be on airplane mode. After dinner, Becky called me and apologized for Matt again. She said it was a stupid idea of his and that he just thought it would be cool. She then informed me that she still wants me to fly over for the wedding day, as she will be hosting a party instead of a wedding. Everything is paid for anyways, and she doesn't want anything to go to waste. I asked if they broke up. Not yet, but I'm going to stay at my sister's place until next week, is what Becky said. I'm assuming Matt hasn't been too great, but I'm sure I'll hear all about it. Apparently my brother and my mom aren't invited. My call must have been the last straw as far as I'm concerned. Becky is handling it gracefully and Matt will be okay. So I'm going to a party. Did I just make a new friend?
Now I want like a 6-month later post of them going, oh, we're getting married and I'm tattooing her.
There's another update. I just scrolled. There's another update. I didn't see this one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Finally back.
They're getting married.
So want a lot of you to know how the bring your mom to work day was. I picked her up in the morning. She went to the studio. Long story short, looks like it was really, really educational for mom. She completely gets a better scope of the nature of this guy's work. To the wedding / party. Party started at 2:00 as the ceremony was canceled. I arrived, was immediately welcomed by Becky's sister. She hugged me and helped me with my painting. Everyone was outside drinking and having a small bite. Went to say hi. She hugged me. She seemed tired, but otherwise fine. Also smiling a lot, which totally surprised me. Mingle, didn't start to question her. Met a few of her friends. Apparently had a real good time. Heard a few things, how he tried to change Becky to be more like his ex. Basically, he got a bunch of dirt. Later, as we sat down, I asked if I could join Becky's table. They said yes. Was sitting with her sister, 3 of her friends. Introduced myself to one of them, and added that Becky had thrown in that was Matt's cousin, the one who was supposed to tattoo. A simultaneous "oh" came from everyone. Becky and friends said that Matt's a complete douchebag. Everything looks really good, and it sounds like they're dating.
Who's
Becky
dating? The
and-
tattoo artist and the chick?
And Becky.
Oh, nice. Good on you, Becky.
Yeah.
Free tattoos for life. Get it, girl.
Yeah.
You know the worst part is tattoo artists will not tattoo their own fucking girlfriends. It's funny as hell.
No, they won't touch them. They
Well,
won't do it.
No, I'm just gonna leave that alone.
Wow.
Khaleesi, what?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Hey, Miss Rehab, how you doing?
Sanitized area. You're right, Khaleesi, 100%.
That was a long one, sorry, but it was a good one.
She's not the asshole. When it comes down to it, it's all said and done. What did he do for work?
He was a tattoo artist.
No,
No, not that guy. The fiance.
Didn't say.
No.
Didn't say.
Oh, it said,
So-
it said she's getting a better understanding of what he does. I'm thinking, what?
No, the
the
mom. So the tattoo artist that wrote the post.
Oh,
he asked
okay.
Mom to go to work with him so she could see the scope of the work that he does
Okay.
and how very in depth the work is.
Right.
And
Yeah.
she totally got an
'cause
eye
it,
opening.
it made it seem like the douchebag was like doing OnlyFans or some shit, and
No.
she went to work with him and understood the depth that he had into his
So-
job.
So, to be fair, Khaleesi.
To be fair.
To be fair,
Khaleesi's ex-husband, it was a tattoo artist, and most of her tattoos are from him. But there again, half of them he didn't feel like finishing.
I wouldn't imagine
Oh.
Khaleesi would date a tattoo artist ever.
She was married to one.
Yeah, I would never imagine that from her ever. Not Khaleesi. If you don't hear the sarcasm in my voice,
Then
for
you're
fuck's
not
sake,
listening hard enough.
Huh?
I said if you
That
can't hear
woman-
the sarcasm in his voice, you're not listening.
that
hard
woman's
enough.
favorite color is red. She wears red shirts all the time, so she can let everybody know she's a walking red flag. Love you, Khaleesi. You know it's
Is
true.
that why you wear red so much?
Yeah, you see how much red I'm wearing.
Not today.
No, he feels relaxed. Look.
Don't make fart sounds. That takes me back to what's going on in the other room. Ew. And, I'm
He's
wearing
pro-
red today.
He's probably on the crapper right now watching us, just like, This is the best show ever.
No, he's not watching us. He actually doesn't really watch the podcast anymore.
Or have like zero grasp of sarcasm. There's a lot of people I know that have zero grasp of sarcasm. No matter how sarcastic you make the face, the voice, the sentencing, the phrasing, whatever, it's just that way.
Suck all the way off.
Thank you.
Only reason she walked in and said that is because she knows it's true.
Well, at least she wasn't saying "fuck on." It's
Oh
more
hell
like, "Fuck
no!
off."
Hell no! We have, like I said, we have a hate relationship with each other. We respect each other with hate.
Oh, okay.
It's your story. Tell it how you wanna.
No, that's not my story. It's our story. Trust me.
next thing you know, we see that on Reddit.
Right? Am I the
I'll
asshole?
be reading that story soon. Thanks.
Am I the asshole because I called somebody out?
Am I the asshole because
Oh,
of
the wife
Bones
just
and
already
from the
confirmed,
4-HP
yes, you are.
podcast?
Huh? I know.
Not the rest of the world, just you.
Okay.
The asshole, because I said yes, you are.
Oh, okay.
I said the same thing.
I own it. I own it 100%. I own it.
Hey, I'm gonna say that's a lot of shit.
When it comes down to it, and it's all
No,
said
there's a
and
lot
done,
of shit going on in that corner.
when it all comes down to it, and it's all said and done, if you can put up with me, I will have your back 100%. I will go to war with you. I will take a bullet for you all day long. I will fucking do whatever it is for you and make it the best friendship I can make it. But I will give you shit the entire time. I will be brutally honest with you the entire time. And yes, I will be the asshole the entire time, but I will be the asshole that you will love because I will have your back all the time. These three people in here put up with my shit. I have their back 100%.
And if anybody else was at the one meetup, he had my front.
Oh, you goddamn right I had your front.
I heard you got hands like Trump.
It looks huge.
Hey, small hands make it look bigger.
All right. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
What?
I kept mine open.
I don't need any help making them look bigger. They're already huge.
Wow, your hands
Bomber
are...
can testify, he's met me.
Wait, hold on a second. Mira, are you talking about his walnuts or his grape nuts?
I was talking about my boobs.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about grape nuts.
No, I put my hands on my boobs and I said, I don't need hands to make them look bigger. They're already huge. You can ask Bomber. He's met me.
Personal flotation device?
Or you can ask Kim because Kim has met me.
All right.
Or Khaleesi because Khaleesi was openly looking at me going, those
or my wife because you flashed her.
Oh, I did that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't mind.
No, but you wouldn't do it twice, you asshole. And what were your words? Oh, you weren't paying attention. Your fault.
Sucks to suck, bro.
Exactly. I've seen them, and yes, they are huge. Well,
Jeez.
maybe you should start an only boobs.
Brought to you by Bones Chiropractic.
Bones Chiropractic. I'll crack your back, baby. Yeah. What?
See, Kim says they're not huge, but they're not small.
Say it again. Amira did.
Wait. She totally forgot about it now. Amira,
Yes.
your voodoo is not so hoodoo. You do.
You have her on Snap. You can just send them to her again.
I don't. I think I have her on Snapchat.
She should be.
I don't know.
She doesn't remember that. Oh, Cat, I'm wounded.
You understand the amount of boobs that woman looks at, right? She's got a chick her age right now that's trying to get her going. And there's Can I tell the story? Okay, I'm gonna tell the story anyway. So she messages me saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go hang out with Callie." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then the next thing I know, she's over there, and she sends me a message. If I have permission, if I want to do something with her, right? And I said, absolutely, 100%. And she gets over there, and it was just this. Just, ooh, pretty girl. I don't know what to do now. It's a pretty girl. It's fucking hilarious. She literally, swear to God, this is what cracks me up about her. Any woman that pisses her off, any guy that pisses her off, any guy that hits on her or even talks to her or anything like that, it's funny as hell because she has the balls the size of Texas until a pretty girl walks in and then she just turns into an 8th grader with no game. Her words verbatim. Her words verbatim.
Wait a minute. She loses game powers.
Dude, she turns into a puddle when it comes down to a pretty girl, and it's funny as hell. Like she don't do that with guys
because she's been vagimatized. That's why.
Vagimatized.
But
okay, there's 2 words that you really need to add to your fucking vocabulary. There's vagimatized and dickmatized. Okay.
I thought vagimatized was stronger.
Well, that depends on whose game is better.
That just sounds like it sounds like an antidote for an STD. Don't forget to take your vagimatized today, folks. And for the men, there's dickmatized. That's right, dickmatized. Get rid of those genital warts very easily.
Brought to you by The Clap.
Brought to you by The Clap. Brought to you by the standing ovation.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Kim has a friend that she went to school with. This woman, Jesus. Luckily, she's
called her what?
Tabressa.
Tabressa? Jesus Christ! Hey, Bomber.
This is the
definition.
This is the definition of you were 15 minutes late, but your tits were right on time.
So you can attest to this going to school. I mean, hell, we all could. Those girls that developed early.
Oh my God, I had a girl in 4th grade named Melissa. She was in a double D cup.
Yeah. No, we had a couple of those in our school, but the worst part is the ones that developed after.
The late bloomers?
The late bloomers, the ones that had kids and all that kind of stuff, that gave them boobs or whatever. You're looking at them in school and you're just like, oh, you're a nerd, you're a dork, I'm gonna pick on you, blah, 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 blah. And they get out of school and a few years later you see them on Instagram, you're going, fuck, you worked out and got some boobies.
Right.
Like, I cannot believe I picked on you. I am so sorry. Can I take you out on a date to make up for that and tap that shit?
Yeah, Teresa is a
Wait, hold on. What?
Like that. Do you know how many times that those words have been said to me?
Oh wow.
I
trust me. I know.
The guys that picked on me or made fun of me in high school, that's why after they saw me at the 10-year reunion and I looked fucking awesome, I was like, no. I had 4 of them ask me out that night. I'm like, I'm not going out with you. You treat me like fucking trash in school. Fucking drool just because your bitch is 50 pounds overweight and her boobs are sagging down to her knees already. Not my problem.
Oh no, that's the thing is like I don't go to any of my high school reunions.
I don't care. Never had one.
I don't care about them. I don't give
a
shit. I'm gonna walk in there. And so what you doing now, Twid? What's going on? Nothing, just working, man. Oh well, I'm a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Blah 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 blah. Cool.
Yeah, and whose dick did you suck to get that position?
If I punch you in your dick, will that make you still a CEO of a Fortune 500 company or an idiot that just got punched in the dick?
Both.
They don't want me at the fucking high school reunions because I'm the one that was friends with everybody, but at the same time, I hate every one of them motherfuckers. And if you're watching, I don't care. The thing is, when it comes down to it's all said and done, if you want to rub your success in my face, and
I'm going to rub my boobs in yours.
Tell me how great you are and all that bullshit. I'm just going to look at you and probably just like sack tap you or some shit and be like, wow, you seem pretty great down there on your knees, Fortune 500, you fucking douchebag.
I made that comment about rubbing my boobs in yours, and Tackle Box was outside, came in and went, what?
Boobies? Boobies? What was he doing outside? Taking this with
Smoking a cigarette. Smoking a
ass is
cigarette.
just hanging off
And
the porch.
fertilizing
Just,
the lawn. He was fertilizing the lawn and smoking a cigarette. No.
Yeah, I've been to two.
So-
I've been to 2 reunions, and
Well, technically, the one reunion that we went to, it wasn't really a reunion. It was a, hey guys, we're all going to the bar.
Take the dog with you.
that's why I don't go to reunions, because everybody wants to go out and get fucked up after. And I'm
Well,
just going.
There's no
I
like,
go to the
tolerate
first
you
night
people
before the
sober.
formal shit. No,
Well, and
you
like
go to the you go
this-
to the night before the formal up, so you can go out and get trash and see how douchey they really are before they put on their
There
fake
you go.
bullshit smile at the formal one, which is the ones I always
Yes.
go to.
yeah,
yes,
like,
that's
like
perfect.
like I guess like the student president or the student council of that year supposed to do something with setting up the reunions or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
don't.
No,
fucking
nobody
know.
did it. Like they set up one through reunions.com and it
Oh,
was like
jeez.
$95 a person plus a cash bar.
Yeah, no.
No.
3
see,
people showed up.
No.
they're
I
the
went to
Fortune
my-
500 CEOs for that $95 plate of food.
Yeah.
yeah,
They
it better
tried
be
doing
shrimp.
that for our 30th, and I was like, I'm not going. Fuck
No.
that.
I've never gone to one. I don't care about them. If you want to go to the high school reunion just to brag about how good you're doing in life or whatever, or you're
I
looking for a date.
I legit
went
went to the shit the night before because the formal one was boring and overpriced. I had more fun going to the informal shit where you
Why
can
would I
sit
wanna
back,
go do
have a
it?
drink, and laugh. But then you see how douchey people really are, and I'm like, that's all the more reason I'm not dropping $70 to go to the fucking formal thing with the
Yeah.
videos
You
and shit.
mean the
No,
adult
fuck you guys.
prom?
Right,
Yeah, the
basically.
adult
Pretty
prom.
much what it is.
What it is, it's the adult prom, because what do? The king and queen of prom that year walk in.
No,
with their
not at
little
ours.
crowns on. Oh no, they've had those. They've had the king and queen of prom, and then they'll sit there and nominate new kings and queens and shit like that. And they do
Oh,
stupid
they don't
shit
do
like
that at
that.
ours.
They do their dances, and everybody talks and mingles and brags. I don't know how many douchebags, because I watched somebody had taken pictures of one reunion. I don't know how many douchebags were in shorts and a polo shirt like they just got off the fucking golf course, but I wanted to literally take a 9-iron to each and every one of their faces.
Well, I always wanted to go to the reunion to see like all of the jocks and the pretty people that were, got the beer bellies, got like the 15 kids.
Oh,
was
yeah.
knocked up
Dude,
up when they were 19, and all this shit.
Like, hey Charlie, how's it going? Oh, meth. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
No,
you were the captain of the football team. What happened to your teeth?
What happened?
No,
to
no.
your teeth?
it was
wanna-
bad,
you
it was
wanna
bad
know what's
enough on my
really-
woodman.
Hey
I know
man, you
it's
got
really
some
sad.
reunion? I just need a little bit of reunion, bro.
My ex.
my-
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're okay. You're
No,
okay.
you first. You first.
Well, mine was kind of different. I had a good friend of mine. She was literally in high school the beanpole. Okay, she was literally just straight. She made walls look jealous. She was the beanpole girl. She was a smart girl and stuff like that. And we were good friends. She never said anything and stuff like that. One time she asked, "Hey, you want to go on a date?" And I'm like sitting here going, I don't want to ruin our relationship as friends, that kind of thing, because we were good friends. The reunion, the 10-year reunion. Everybody's there. All of a sudden, this chick walks in and looks hot as hell, and it's her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like sitting here going, I said no to that?
The late bloomers
Over
always
friendship?
tried you.
Yeah, it's always the big girls or the big dudes that walk in. They're all, I'm gonna work out so hard for my 20th high school. Yeah, I'm gonna show all the motherfuckers. And like, it took you 20 years to decide to get off the fucking couch and start working out, dude. For real?
So-
Because you want to piss people off.
So you mentioned the guys that show up at the reunion in their polo shirts and their golf shorts.
Mm.
My oldest child
Just got off the
is-
links there, John.
My oldest child, his dad, that is him to a T. And it's all Nike, by the way. It's all Nike.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
God.
Fuck the
It's
fuck
all
off.
Nike. The shoes, the socks, the boxers, the golf shorts, the matching polo shirt, the hat if he wore one that day. He's also got the Nike rain suit, bag, towel, most of the clubs. Oh, and by the way, just because I can, my name is tattooed across his ass in purple bubble letters. But that's not
Okay,
made by
so
Nike. That's not made by Nike.
So the only thing I can say to that
Does it
guy,
swoof?
the only thing I can say to that guy,
Shut up, Meg.
Literally.
that's it.
I dated him 2.5 years ago for a few months before I started dating Tacklebox. I got smart.
The
So was there so he was using a putter and now you're working with fucking wood.
Well,
Well, you know,
If you put a
between
ball, if
sand
you
wedge
put
and
two balls in a
driver.
tee together,
all I'm gonna say, it was kind of like going from playing putt-putt to playing PGA.
it's going from
Well-
putt up to bumper car.
No, you can see
So-
Amira walking up with the like golfer shoes on, and now she's gonna come up with her one iron, and here we go with the 15 par. Oh, she gets it in the hole.
Listen, they can come out. They can come in there with all the irons they want. I'm going to bring my iron. It's called the tire iron.
I'm taking out kneecaps.
That's the only thing that I can say is rough down here with doing Lyft is listening to these pretentious fucks that get in the car,
Oh yeah, those are
especially like
the
on Friday
greatest
and
ones.
Saturday nights. Talking, I pick these people up, and because there's some, very highfalutin areas in this,
We
Charleston.
know your country boy.
and
Highfalutin.
these couples that'll get in there like, oh my gosh, we should take the boat out sometime. We haven't taken the boat out in so long because there's always something that goes wrong, and the guy, and they're talking and going back and forth, and I'm like, well, doesn't it have bow thrusters? I'm like, this motherfucker has a boat that's got bow thrusters on it,
That's expensive.
and I'm like, you're just sitting, you don't use it. You haven't used it in like 3 weeks, and you take it out for like an hour.
Yeah.
You fucking pieces of shit.
That is
You know.
why you will never catch me in a place like that. It's too close to Hilton Head. It's too close to the guy that I dated for 8 years, who's a
Should've went
pretentious
to
prick just
Hollywood.
like that. Nope, not doing it. Nope.
But
no.
I mean, in that it's the interesting thing about it is this area is so juxtaposed from each other because you have that, and then you have just down home kind of people.
Mhm.
But every once in a while when I get some of these people in the car, you got cool people that'll be in the car all the time, being silly, being whatever, and then you get like these pretentious, just they don't act it, but their conversations and what they talk about in the car and the way that they talk, it literally is like the Valley Girl reinvented.
Oh, wait, I got to do this because I totally know that the three of you have probably seen this.
And crackheads.
Do
Yes,
you ever
and
do you ever get the mineral girl?
Oh God. Oh my God.
Have you had one of those yet? Because, oh my God. It looks like she's got fucking Sharpie on her face and no eyebrows. Hello.
But I do, there's a lot of the girls, like the younger girls that I get in there, not the women, because there's a difference between a woman and like these 20 somethings that I pick up in downtown Charleston on a Friday or Saturday night. It's
And take
a
them back to
constant
Goose
like,
Creek.
it's like, oh my God, this is so, you remember that time? Oh my God, you remember when I blacked out drunk
remember?
and fell down the stairs at that bar over there? It was so much fun.
I forgot to wear panties. My ass was hanging out, and
Yeah.
oh my God, Johnny totally saw my butthole, and I was like, oh no! But and
There was
then he took me
a
home and
girl.
spit on it.
There was these girls talking in the car, and I was like sitting there trying not to listen. I try not to, but I do anyway. And they were talking, going back and forth, and one of them said something about somebody that was dating somebody
Do you not
and they
record
broke
in your
up.
car?
Huh?
Do you not record in your car?
I do,
He
but
needs to.
Okay, you need to here's what you need to do from now on. Take a second
Yes.
device with you, set that bitch up, and just hit record.
I know I need to.
And then all you have to do
do.
is print out a disclaimer. You can either print out a disclaimer, a piece of paperwork that's a disclaimer and saying, "Hey, look, I record everything. I do put it online. If it's a funny story, if you'd like to happen, great. If not, I'll blur your face out."
Right.
Oh, please, would have Bomber's segue.
Oh my God! And then like
We
you
could put Bomber on a
you can bring
segue.
that here. You could bring that
Yeah.
here to the podcast and be like, "Guess what? It's Uber's stories with." Bomber."
but these
We could we could make a thing where it is Bomber on a
Bombers
segue.
lift you up moments.
these
Bombers
There you
lift you up
go.
moments.
so
I think
they
that-
were talking back and
Your
forth,
life
and
really not that
this
bad.
this couple
No.
broke up or something, or not dating anymore, and the one girl goes, well, made mention of that, like didn't she blow him or whatever, and the other girl was like, oh my God, that's disgusting, I'm not doing that to him, we're not married or anything. And I'm like, then you probably won't.
Wait, hold on. She didn't.
Fuck to it. Spit on that thing.
Oh, gee.
All I'm gonna say to the Hawk 2 girl is some females are girls and some females are women. If you give a woman what they are asking for, we don't need to suck on it. We know what to do with it. That's all I'm saying. And
Shut up, Meg.
if you put something in my mouth, I'm fucking swallowing. I ain't spitting. I ain't wasting shit.
Oh my.
All I'm saying.
You hear tackle box in the other room.
He would too.
Amira, are you trying to say you're a
He just
cannibal?
comes running into the camera.
Goddamn right.
I am a cannibal.
You cannibal.
You know what? He uses me as a playground for his unhad children, and I just make sure they get recirculated. It's fine. I give him purpose.
It would be so bad if Amira turns around and says, Bomber, pick up your kids. They're all over the floor.
There's so
That's
many
my brother,
things.
but thanks.
So many things.
Appreciate it.
You know what? That's gross.
Raise your horns into the air. There is plenty here to share. All are